All right, I'm out here in Bangkok and I am curious, is the nightlife out here as crazy and wild as Tokyo? Keep watching, we're gonna find out together. All right, I am out here in a very loud and noisy Bangkok, but I absolutely love the vibes. Interesting enough, Tokyo is actually hotter than Bangkok, I feel. Maybe it's the humidity, I'm not sure. But anyways, this video is all about exploring and comparing the Bangkok nightlife to Tokyo nightlife. I hear a lot about it. I've DJ'd out here in Bangkok several times, but usually when I DJ out in Bangkok, I'm in and out, I DJ and I fly back to Tokyo or flying somewhere else. So this time I'm making a note to check out the rooftop bars, different nightclubs, and of course my gig at the club on Khao San Road. Here's the flyer, it's gonna be super dope. Now my gig here in Bangkok is actually part of a tour that I'm doing down here in Southeast Asia promoting my song, Rave Generation. First show is in Bangkok and then the next show is in Malaysia at Kuala Lumpur. It's actually my first time going there. I'm super excited. The club is Pig Club. It's gonna be insane. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see that amazing show and everything we're gonna be doing out there in Kuala Lumpur. And on this tour, I got my boy Ed in the house.
It has been a long time since we've been back. We're gonna make it happen.
All right, before we do anything, we need to eat. And we're gonna check out this fairly popular shopping area, Terminal 21. I hear the food court is banging. Let's go. So I got the pat kaprao, which is basil, pork, fried egg with rice. And this was only 46 baht, which is about 200 yen. It's nice to be able to go somewhere where the Japanese yen can still get you some really good food at a pretty good price. And I'm sure you can get this cheaper on the streets, but it's air conditioned, it's nice, and I'm gonna dig in. Dinner was amazing, super cheap and really spicy. My lips were still burning somehow. Quite surprised. I actually told him to do light spice and it turns out it was very spicy. But anyways, we're here at our first nightlife spot. Bar is called Tichuka. It's a very popular bar here, a rooftop bar. It's very viral on TikTok and Instagram, and we're gonna find out what it's like right now. Just finished with Tichuka Rooftop Bar. Very cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the jellyfish and the yuzu pina colada. It was super good. I really enjoyed it. Not very strong, but it was delicious. Ed, your thoughts?
Well, I had 2 drinks. One was the Amber Bee, and that one, I like sweet drinks, but that one was a little bit too sweet. However, it did pack a punch. The alcohol was definitely in there. Another thing that was interesting is the way that the floors were divided. You started off with the hollow. That's the first open area that you come up to. And most people will stay there. But for those who are a little bit more adventurous, you can go upstairs to the flower. And so that's like the mid-level. And then all the way at the top is the canopy. And the canopy is where you get the majestic views of Thailand, the city.
The views are so majestic that I got kind of scared because it's so high. I'm like, I don't want to go by the edge. Anyways, off to the next spot. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, now we have made it to, what is this place called? The RCA Plaza, which is apparently where the Spaceplus Nightclub is, which is one of the largest nightclubs out here in Thailand. And we're gonna go check it out right now.
When I'm next to you.
Alright, I am here with Max Katsuya, resident DJ of Spaceplus Bangkok. This guy is an absolute legend. He used to be a resident DJ at Warp Shinjuku Back in Tokyo, we've shot a lot of content together. I'm very happy to see him tonight, and I have a few questions for you, Max. So the topic of this video is, which is more wild, Bangkok's nightlife or Tokyo's nightlife? What do you think? Which is more wild, Bangkok or Tokyo's nightlife?
For me in Tokyo is crazy about the crowd, about the fans or something like that. We have our own fan club or something.
Yeah, you had a legit
Yeah,
fan club in Tokyo.
Ex-
Yeah, so when he was DJing, they would go like this, you know? Max, you know, so boom, like that. It was cool.
but you have this.
At the V. Yes, they like that.
Yes, about the crowd, I think Japanese people have a lot of power, the energy of the
I see,
crowd, you
I
know.
see, yes.
But in Thai, we have a lot of the good production, the space, like a huge club.
Massive.
Floor,
This
massive.
club is huge.
Yes, but about the crowd, they have a lot of the standing tables.
There's a lot of
something
tables,
that.
yes, yes.
Right, but in VIP, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Everything's luxury. It's like,
Oh, it's great.
You know, like-
We're sitting at his table and they're bringing out food, snacks, whatever we want. We're
Yes.
just like we're just sitting at his table. It's great.
like you can drinking, partying with steak, with you
Yeah.
know, everything is a good food. Then
Good. But I guess when there's a very big guest DJ, it goes crazy.
yes, it's go
People
crazy.
like knock over the tables and just go nuts.
Still there.
Okay.
We still have a standing table.
Yeah.
But they get out from the table to the in front of the
Yeah,
stage and
yeah.
start dancing.
nice.
And sometimes they want to climb on the
stage. Oh, for
but
real.
our securities have to
Wow.
lock them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've had this topic in my other videos that recently Shibuya has banned drinking on the streets.
Oh.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, there we go. Watch my vlogs, you'll know. What about Bangkok? I mean, like, can you drink on the streets in Bangkok? If I go to a convenience store and I buy a drink, can I drink it on the streets?
Yeah, we drink on the street.
Well, people don't really do that.
Yes,
I don't
people-
see it.
Yes, people don't really do that. Just
It's not a good look.
it's not a good look.
So,
yes.
so like in Shinjuku outside Warp, you'll see lots of people drinking. It's absolutely crazy, as you know. So that's not like out here. But there are some crazier, more wild parts of Bangkok, right? Maybe
Soy
Nana
Cowboy.
Station, Soy Cowboy, and the Khao San Road area. If you're gonna look at those areas, would you say those areas are more wild than Tokyo?
Yeah, I think it's
Sure.
more wild than Tokyo because a lot of foreigner, a lot of even Thai people, everybody goes there, and you can see a lot of culture.
There's a lot of culture.
A lot of culture.
There's a lot of culture out there.
Yeah.
Max Katsuya, if you're coming out to Bangkok, come to Spaceplus. This club is absolutely crazy. Hit him up. He'll hook you up with the guest list and have a good time. Cheers, man. Thank you so much. Cheers. All right, we just left Space. That was a very cool nightclub. Ed, what do you think of Space?
I'm not easily impressed, but that was pretty dang good.
It was good.
Gorgeous spot, great client service, whether you're walking in off the street or whether you've got VIP. Definitely recommend, 10 out of 10.
It is a very beautiful club, a lot of VIP tables, but I think we need to check out the next spot. So behind me is Sukhumvit Soi 4, which is basically the red light district. You got the Nana Plaza, a bunch of pretty raunchy bars. I went with Ed, and Ed was not feeling it.
For certain reasons, branding. We will not go into details about what we said.
It's pretty raunchy. I would say there is nothing quite like that in Tokyo. So if we're gonna compare, I mean, this street, this area is certainly very raunchy and kind of gross. Not quite my vibe. You know, I enjoy nightclubs, nice bars, those kind of vibes, and I'm not quite sure this is my kind of vibe, but if it's your kind of vibe, you might enjoy this a lot. Yeah, people waving to us. Let's get out of here. So our first night in Bangkok is done, and we decided we got to get some coffee, and I found this amazing place called, well, you can see it for yourself. Very interesting, but very cool spot. We got fresh juice out here. It's a restaurant. It's very hipster. Let's give this a shot. Oh, it's really nice. There's a vanilla cream on top. which is a bit ridiculous with the name of this place. It's very good coffee. It's a great latte. Thumbs up. So one thing about Bangkok is getting around can be a little tricky. You can take the trains, there's subways and the BTS and all that, but a lot of times you're gonna need to take taxis, and we've been using the Grab. It's kind of like Uber, and it's very convenient, super convenient, but there's a lot of traffic on the streets out here in Bangkok. So sometimes getting your Grab driver can take 20-30 minutes, so we're just waiting for our driver basically.
And what better way to spend your time than a quick game of billiards? You're gonna get crushed, V.
Oh no.
So just keep it in mind.
Game on, let's go.
Game on. Easy. No, we
not going
should
in the
have
video.
seen that one. We should have
Not
seen
going in
that
the
one
video.
coming.
The topic of this video once again is about comparing Bangkok's nightlife to Tokyo's nightlife. I said earlier in the video I have DJ'd in Bangkok several times, and it's always a very elevated nightclub experience for me. What I can say, what I've observed, when it gets raunchy, when it gets grimy, Tokyo has that vibe, but it's not foreign friendly, right? The
Yeah.
real grimy side of Tokyo is not foreign friendly at all.
Yeah,
Like
it-
you wouldn't even know how to find most of these places unless you really know.
Access is very hard to gain.
Let's talk about Tokyo strip clubs, right? I have an article of this on Tokyo Night Owl. There's not many. There's two types of strip clubs in Tokyo. You got your Japanese style strip clubs, which are pretty weird. They're more about idol. Like, it's kind of an idol vibe.
Idle engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird, but it's an idol vibe. And then there's the Western style. But there's not many. There's only a couple. But here, I don't know what you would call it, but go-go bars, and there's so many. And it's mostly full of foreign dudes.
Yeah, travelers
the
and
most
people
part.
who are staying here long term.
And you don't really see that in Tokyo much.
Yeah.
I think that is, when we're talking about wild nightlife, you have to speak about that when it comes to Bangkok. But again, if you're coming to Bangkok to just hit nightclubs and stuff, you can completely skip that and have, from my experience, and what we're probably gonna see tonight, very elevated nightclub experience.
Yeah.
That was Tribe, an unexpected surprise, very dope rooftop bar slash pool.
Incredibly unique because they basically bought the beach to the city.
It was very cool. I mean, at night, this place must be bumping, so the edge is going towards Bangkok when it comes to wild nightlife. It's moving that direction. But next stop is Khao San Road for my sound check, and then the show tonight. We're gonna see how crazy this nightclub's gonna get
It should
tonight.
be interesting.
Sure it will be. All right, I am here with the absolute legend, model citizen.
I lived in Japan for a long time with you. I mean, we go way back. This guy is OG, is as OG as it gets. Most of you probably don't know this, but OG
Making me
means
sound real old right now.
original gangster. And this
Original
is
gangster.
the original gangster.
But here's a fun fact. We used to make parties together
Yes.
in Shibuya at a
Yeah.
club called Club Asia.
That's right.
Here's some videos, here's some photos.
Yeah, check
Legendary parties. Seriously, till this day, I still look back at it very fondly.
Yeah, me too. Well, this guy is responsible for putting me on main stage in Japan at Club Asia. That was my first main stage experience.
Mine too, though.
I owe it all to Vivid. No, you are the man that got me on main stage, and
you,
so many
thank
other
you.
DJs as
Thank
well.
you.
You've done so much to push the DJ and the electronic scene forward in Japan. So thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, man. Now, the topic of this vlog is Bangkok's nightlife more wild than Tokyo's, or is Tokyo nightlife more wild?
That
You've
is
been a DJ in
hard
both.
question.
I know,
man.
it's-
That is a hard question. You're hitting me with the hard stuff.
Now, you've been DJing in both. You have a lot of experience. I want to know, which do you think is more wild and why?
I gotta go with Bangkok right now. Yeah. In Bangkok, you can go out Monday night. You can go out Tuesday night. You can go out Wednesday night. You can go out Thursday night. I think you know the next one. You see where I'm going with this. Every night of the week, there's something going on.
Okay.
Whereas in Tokyo, I feel like now, unless it's Shibuya or
some particular club
or Shinjuku, it's kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Like if you go to Roppongi on a Tuesday night, it's pretty quiet. It's dead, right? Yeah. Whereas in Bangkok, it's not dead, man. You go Soy 11, you got Thong Lor, you got Ekamai, you got where we are, which is Khao San.
Yeah.
It's going on, man. Like this place is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like Bangkok now is becoming a city, like a destination city, you know?
Your rents in comparison to Tokyo still cheaper, or is it increased?
I pay about 60, 70,000 yen per month rent at my place.
Cheap.
But I have a small place. It's like,
But it must be nice.
it's okay. It's all right. Yeah. It's near the park.
Probably like Palace.
I only have 2 pools.
Oh, it's pools.
I only have 3 gyms. I mean,
Oh,
it's only got 1 helicopter pad.
man. Only one.
Only 1.
Really a downgrade.
It's a downgrade.
One thing I have noticed that a lot of the nightclubs have a lot of tables on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I don't know, as a DJ, that's really hard to pull someone's attention to you and get the vibe going right.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like, let's dance. Everybody circle around the table with your drinks and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's my one pet peeve about the clubs in Bangkok is all the tables. I was in Pattaya a couple of weeks ago, and there's this club called Republic.
Yes.
It was fun, but yeah, the whole dance floor is all tables. You know, it's just like one big VIP everywhere.
Exactly.
Is it like that in Tokyo?
With tables on the dance floor?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, right.
Not at all.
Okay, so then you got to give it up to Tokyo. I mean, Tokyo, I think, still has a better club scene.
So I guess what we can sum this up.
Yeah. In Bangkok, you can go out any night of the week and have a good time. It doesn't have to be a club, right? It can be a bar, it can be a restaurant. There's just a real vibe here. Like it's a growing city. Bangkok is really going on.
Okay.
But talking about the club scene and like going to a club to like listen to good music and dance, Tokyo's gonna win every day of the week.
All right.
Or at least Friday, Saturday.
Okay. Now, that's not saying tonight's gig is not going to be banging. Tonight's gig will be banging because we bring in the Tokyo Ravers, and it's going to be absolutely crazy.
Vivid, we're playing at the club, actually called the club tonight.
Let's go! The club was absolutely crazy. Shout out to everybody who came out. Now we're going back to the hotel in the Tuk Tuk, proper Bangkok style. This is Ed's first time in a Tuk Tuk. This is a special moment. I'm happy to share this with you. Ed, how you doing?
It was intense. I have never seen anything like that in my life, and I've seen a lot. Okay, so if we get into a comparison of Tokyo and Thailand, I'm sorry, Thailand's
winning.
came through.
Thailand's winning. Yo, last night was fantastic. It was actually raining heavily, torrential downpour, and you got drenched.
It was intense. I had to go around looking for the earplugs because I knew that the decibel levels were going to be like over the top, red zoning. And of course I could not find any in the rain.
But the interesting part is the Khao San Road was actually much louder than the nightclub.
That was insane. So you're walking down the street and you have each club on each side basically cranking up the sound in a way that I had not experienced. It was like
it was like DJ battles.
DJ battles
DJs battling
on the street.
Across the street, loud, redlining the mixers. It's crunchy, noisy.
I've never seen or felt anything like that.
But yeah, I mean, the club in Khao San Road was super sick. Great hospitality, great production. And here, I was trying to say this earlier in the video, but many years ago, when I was much younger, vivid, I came to Bangkok as a backpacker, and I actually went to this club when I was much younger. I was like, wow, this club is really cool. Maybe one day I will DJ at this nightclub. And there we are. We played it.
There you
This
go.
is a 360 moment, and it's pretty cool to be able to.
Don't give up on your dreams, children. That's
give
the
up.
lesson.
Don't give up on Bangkok. Now's the time to give my opinion on which nightlife scene is more wild, Bangkok or Tokyo. And I think it's a bit of a complicated answer. I think overall, I have to admit that Bangkok's nightlife is wild. It's just, it can be
Totally wild.
Totally wild. It's raunchy sometimes. It's loud, full of energy, full of life. So I would have to give it to Bangkok in that sense, but I will hold strong on saying that I generally think that Tokyo nightclubs just have a great vibe. Like the way people dance, the energy is so great. We've talked about it a lot in this video. So I think like if you're coming to Bangkok, you're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be absolutely wild. You're gonna have your kind of hangover 2. It's hangover 2, right?
Hangover
The one where they
2.
go to Bangkok. You can have those moments. Or you can have a very elevated nightclub experience as well.
And we're talking about intensity levels here. Tokyo overall has a mellow level
Hey.
of intensity.
Yeah.
The chaotic energy in Bangkok is exceptional. Some people really love it. Some people cannot keep up with it.
Overall, I'm gonna give it to Bangkok for being the most wild. All right, if this video was interesting to you, if it gave you some insight about Bangkok's nightlife, Tokyo's nightlife, be sure to give it a like, subscribe. Until next time, V is out.